Hello, everybody, and welcome to another grand episode of the Gridiron Glory podcast here with Tad and Will. We're talking all 32 teams all season long. We're getting to the nitty gritty, the home stretch, the final ending couple weeks of the regular season and into the playoffs. This is literally the most exciting part that we look forward to as podcasters here on the Gridiron Glory. So yeah, we're bringing you today a Week 17 matchup that took place between the Buffalo Bills versus the New York Jets. And yeah, Tad, very simply put, yeah, how nice of the New York Jets to simply come out here and scrimmage the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't show up. It's just they're not a very good football team. Their franchise is cursed. They have the longest playoff drought in the NFL. I mean, the New York Jets they need to figure it out, and they need to figure it out fast.
Buffalo Bills, you are 8-0 at home, so that's extremely solid. You love to see that, especially in the playoffs, that you can play at home, you can defend your home turf. Um, you know, that's going to be especially important. I mean, unless you have to play KC, then you would have to play at Arrowhead, unfortunately. But outside of that, yeah. Josh Allen, 16 of 27, 182 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. You did have Mitchell Trubisky, yes, Dad, 1 of 1, right? 69 yards and a touchdown. Yes, Dad, I would really enjoy thoroughly asking you, yes, where would you rank Mitchell Trubisky amongst backup quarterbacks in the league?
I mean, mid at best, a mid-tier quarterback at best.
Sincerely,
Yeah,
even amongst backups. Because he
yeah,
was a starter at one point in his career. That's why I asked.
I'm aware.
You'll love to see and hear that. I respect it. I respect the brutal honesty. But hey, what was your take on that one touchdown that he did throw?
I mean, it was a good pass, and then Shavers did a lot of good work in getting the ball across the end zone there. But it was clear at that point. Honestly, it was clear weeks ago, but certainly in that moment, the New York Jets were completely checked out on the season. They're thinking about a ski trip. They're thinking about what's for dinner. They're thinking about anything aside from competing in the National Football League.
Well, they're just going through the motions in the games now at this point, right? Like they're just going through the motions, really. They're not even like, you watch the footage on it even, and it's just like Aaron Rodgers just wasn't throwing confident throws. He
No.
just like clearly was not carrying. I'm sorry, folks out there, and I'm sorry any kids out there watching that might be watching this, football fans. I really hope you are, as we were kids once and wish we had something like this. Yeah, the New York Jets simply went out on that football field, Tad, and they were playing like they simply did not give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, they really did. I mean, and you could tell that like everything changed when they put Tyrod Taylor and Tyrod Taylor tried. He energized the offense for a little bit. Like go out there 11 for 14, 83 yards, you get a touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson, you get a touchdown pass to Tyler Conklin. And I mean, in the 3 quarters with Aaron Rodgers, they didn't score anything in 3 quarters. And then he comes in 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. So I mean, just a lot of questions there about the New York Jets franchise.
Oh, Tad, I was really impressed by some of the touchdowns in this game. But the most impressive one I was impressed by was the Coleman touchdown for some reason. I mean, it took a lot of skill on that specific touchdown, the way he went up and grabbed it and everything. And yeah, what's your take so far on Keon Coleman? I mean, I would say Keon Coleman, a young receiver who is developing and still finding himself, the rookie out of Florida State, but I love what I'm seeing so far out of his young career.
I mean, his athleticism is insane. I mean, he's probably not the most talented rookie receiver, but just some of the crazy contested catches he can make, and he showed it in college too, and he showed it in this game. I mean, he's an asset for this football team, and they're a football team that they need a good receiver. I mean, You're trying to build up Khalil Shakir. You're trying to get Amari Cooper going, but Keon Coleman, I think he has the potential to be the #1 receiver on this football team still.
And obviously, the defense, I mean, it was easy enough for the defense, right? I mean, it's not like the defense had to try too hard to be good, but I guess shout outs to, hey, what about AJ Epinesa? Probably the best player on the defense. What was your take on AJ Epinesa in this game? Your boy out of Iowa.
Yeah, I mean AJ Epinesa goes out there, the sack, 2 tackles for loss, quarterback hit. Fairly solid game there. You got Terrell Bernard making big plays at Oliver. Of course, the interceptions by Jordan Phillips and Christian Benford. I mean, just a very well put together football team. And I
Even
mean,
Greg Rousseau, a solo tackle, half sack, and a pass deflection.
yeah, as I was getting at, I mean, this is a football team that I think they're a team you can't forget about in the playoffs. This is a team that they will be the 2 seed, and I mean, it won't be easy to just get by this football team when you're thinking about the playoffs. I mean, they're going to have something to say about who goes to the Super Bowl.
Oh, absolutely. So, yeah, Christian Benford with the interception. Jordan Phillips did get an interception. So these 2 guys, you don't really see them pop up on the interception number. Let's see. Yeah, Christian Benford, only his 2nd interception of the season. So good for him there. Jordan Phillips, it looks like this was his very first interception. Oh, a defensive tackle. So you got a defensive tackle, Jordan Phillips, coming out here and getting an interception. And I actually do recall seeing that play. What was your take on that moment, even? I recall seeing that on the red zone.
Yeah, I mean, just a big moment there. I mean, just a lot of like, what are the Jets doing here? I mean, that's a lot that's going through my head. Like, what is Aaron Rodgers thinking? What's this franchise going to do next? And I mean, the Bills, like, you went into this game, you knew that the Bills were a lot better than the Jets. I mean, that came as no surprise to either of us, but just the way in which the Jets carried themselves, very alarming.
Bills win 40-14. Let's see. The Jets will play their season finale against the Miami Dolphins. Miami, everything to lose. The Jets, nothing to lose. So that's a scary situation sometimes, Dad.
Yep, and Miami likely with their backup quarterback once again. So we'll see how that shakes out. And the Buffalo Bills, they'll be on the road against the Patriots. Rumor on the street is Josh Allen is going to start the game, but he's going to be very limited in his play time. They'll take him out after a few drives or so, with the 2 seed already clinched.
Right. So yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow. This is the month of January. Happy New Year. The Gridiron Glory.